Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to share with you the actual pricing for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 59-year-old male. Now, first thing I recommend is going to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got these quotas on just about every page. And all you need to do is just select the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and select the coverage amount and put your birthday in there, fill out the rest of the info, click get quotes. Now, it will take you to a page that's going to show you the best insurance companies that offer the lowest pricing based off your age, gender, and the state that you live in. It's really terrific. Take advantage of that. It'll help you shop around for pricing on these policies. Also, you can call us directly at 888-862-9456, and one of our licensed agents can help you out as well. Now, one of the first things we recommend for 59-year-old males when looking for $10,000 worth of insurance is just determining if that's an appropriate amount of coverage for you. So typically, final expenses, we're going to be talking about cremation and or funerals. Now, let's start with cremation. The average cost of a cremation, where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, is going to be between $1,000 to $2,000. $1,000 to $2,000. Now, if you're going to have some sort of a ceremony, like a celebration of life or remembrance ceremony in addition to the cremation, that's probably going to be $3,400 to $3,500, depending where you live and what you have done with that. So as far as coverage amounts, we would typically recommend for that, the cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, typically between $5,000 to $7,000. Now, you might be saying, well, Randy, you said cremation is $2,000, but we're looking at $5,000. So what's the deal there? Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, our 59-year-old probably wants to make it to 69 and maybe even 79 years old. So what we do is we actually just build in a little bit more coverage just to inflation-proof the plan and lock in the cheapest rates right now at the youngest age. And again, what that does is it inflation-proofs the plan so that there's going to be enough money when you do pass away. But also, you know, if God forbid something happens sooner than anybody thought, now there's some money on the front end too to help pay off some maybe unexpected bills like medical bills or credit card bills that if you'd lived long enough, those would have been paid off. So it's really great. It protects both kind of long-term and short-term. Now for that cremation where you're going to have the ceremony, we would typically recommend between $7,000 to $10,000. And again, what we're doing is just inflation proofing the plan for the long term, but providing a little bit money up front just in case you don't live as long as anybody thought. Now, for a burial, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with the $10,000 check, they should work with you. But, you know, it's hard to imagine that they would say no and make you walk out the door, because you could just walk 2 blocks down the road to their competitors and probably work with them. So just understand that $10,000, that's the cost, what it is right now. And that's not going to be anything fancy or anything like that. So yeah, just, you know, 10,000 will do it. If you're on a tight budget right now and you want to take care of your most immediate needs, 10,000 is terrific. But for most 59-year-old males, we're typically looking between 10,000, 15,000, and 20,000. And again, it just depends on your budget, but if you just lock in your rates right now, you're going to get better pricing than if you wait until later in life. Now, sometimes we'll have a 59-year-old male that will say, well, you know, I want to leave behind money for my family. So in addition to my final expenses, so I want to get like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And then, you know, sometimes when we show them that $50,000, it's just too much for them because they're based, you know, they just have that fixed or limited income. And then they go, well, if I can't do 50,000, I'm not going to do anything at all. And we have to kind of have a conversation with them that, you know, if you don't do anything at all, then the very thing you didn't want to happen, your family paying for your final expenses, is going to happen. They're going to have to put it on their credit cards and pay 26% interest if you don't have a policy in place. So a lot of times what would do in that case is we would get the final expense policy in place first, and then we can always follow up at a later time with a separate policy for the children. So, and that works really well. But by the same token, if you're just doing very well financially and you want to get everything all at once, we can certainly help you out with that. It's just very individualized based off your needs. So one thing we always recommend getting is first day coverage or benefits. We do not we do not recommend those plans that come with 2-year waiting periods, especially when you qualify for first day coverage. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, so what first day coverage means is that hypothetically, if your plan were issued and approved today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would have to write out that check for $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000 or $25,000, whatever the coverage amount was. It's the best coverage. It's going to have the lowest rates as well. Now, some people say, hey, Randy, I do like that first day coverage, but I've got some health and medical issues, and I'm worried that I won't qualify because I hear those plans ask health questions. And yeah, they do ask health questions, but that's really our problem, not your problem, at least from an insurance perspective. And the reason we say that is we work with many different companies. They all have different health questions. They all have different underwriting requirements. And right now we're getting 90 to 95% of the people we help approve for either first day coverage or benefits. Really, the only reason we wouldn't be able to get you first day coverage is if you waited too long and you had some really significant health issues, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis, or in a hospital, or in a nursing home, or something like that. If that's the case, we would typically refer you out to a different insurance company. Now, one thing that does seem to happen every week is somebody will call up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week. They didn't have insurance, and we don't have any money, and their body's at the funeral home right now, and the funeral home director is not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick so that we can get them buried and get some money in the funeral home director's hands. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to offer a policy on somebody who's already dead. That's not the way this insurance works at all. You have to actually get this insurance while you're alive. And it's really tragic that their family member passed away, but it's equally as tragic that they didn't have this insurance. They knew they were going to die someday. They probably thought about getting this insurance in the past, and they didn't. And they just procrastinated and waited and waited and waited. And then one day they just went and died. And now their family members are going to have to put this on their credit cards, probably at 26% interest, and it's going to take years and years and years to pay off. What a terrible legacy to leave behind. You could have done everything else right in your life, and then you mess this one up, and that's going to be people's final memory of you. So yeah, don't be that person. This insurance is affordable. If you need to start small, we can always get you something now and add more coverage later. Now, those 2-year waiting period plans, we do not recommend those at all. And, Colonial Penn, a fairly well-known company, I think, just because they advertise a lot, right, on TV. Seems like their TV commercials are on the television every 7 minutes, it seems. But, yeah, so, yeah, they're not the only 2-year waiting period company out there, though. There's other ones. There's like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber. And, there's just a host of other insurance companies, and some of them have done an amazing job at convincing the American public that if you're over age 50, the only thing you're going to qualify for is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we always say, don't fall for such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, this male, age 59, probably just got done watching a Colonial Penn TV commercial, and they're probably thinking, man, 59 years old, I'm still a spring chicken here. I'm pretty young, and I'm probably going to get a lot of coverage for $9.95. I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000. And then they talk with a Colonial Penn agent, or they go online and check out their website like we've done for you here, and they see that a male age 59 for 1 unit of coverage, that's going to be $9.95. That's only going to pay out $1,200. So that is, man, I can tell you one thing. In most areas of the country, that's not gonna pay for a cremation. It may in some areas, but even those areas where it wouldn't even really matter, because these plans have 2-year waiting periods, and yeah, they're not going to pay out any death benefit if you die in the first 2 years from any health or medical related cause of death. So, so you got to just be concerned about even buying a plan that's has so little coverage. Now, some people out there would say that, there's companies that offer these teaser rates, really super low rates, but also have super low coverage amounts. But they say that they offer these plans, and they do that, offering them not because they actually want you to buy that insurance, buy that lowest price plan. They just want that to get your attention, to get your info, to get you into their marketing funnels. And then when they get you on the phone, they're happy to show you how minimal that coverage is, because then they'll start trying to sell you more insurance that costs way more and is way more profitable for them. So we're not saying that Colonial Penn would ever do anything like that, but some people have mentioned that, and I guess you can determine that on your own just by saying, hey, for $9,985, I'm only going to get $1,200. So, but we got to try to find out what 10,000 is going to be through Colonial Penn. I'm not sure what that's going to be. Is that 7? No, not 7. You just got to just guess around on this, because they sell by unit, not by coverage amount. And there's 8 units, 9 units is good. There we go. That's as close as we're going to get, probably $10,800. But the other insurance companies out there, you could get 10,000 if you want, but not Colonial Penn. They're going to force you into this per unit pricing, which always gives you kind of weird numbers like $10,800. But look at this. That's going to be $90. Yeah. So let's check out some pricing on some first day coverage and see if we can save you money. Here we go. So we're going to look at 10,000 here, male, age 59. And let's click the get quote button. Let's see what this is going to be. Again, this is roughly 10,000 for $90. And here we go. We are actually going to, and I want to show you this again, because this is 10,000. This is $40. So would you rather get $10,000? Level coverage here means first day coverage. So get $10,000 with first day coverage for right around $40, or would you rather get right around $10,000 for $90? So Colonial Penn in this case is around $50 more. Now it's about $800 more coverage, but just it's around $50 more. So if we do the math, but remember, you can't get 10,000. They're going to force you to get 10,800. So that's going to be $50 more a month. And Colonial Penn is going to force you to overpay that $50 a month every month for the rest of your life. And what I mean by force is they just don't offer anything else. So Colonial Penn is going to charge an extra $50 a month for the rest of your life. You're going to overpay that $50 every single month for the rest of your life. But let's just do some math on that and see what that's like. So $50 a month times 12 months, you're going to overpay around $600 a year. And if our 59-year-old male makes it to age 69, 10 years, he will have overpaid right around $6,000 more to get a Colonial Penn policy versus a first day coverage policy. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather have my money in my bank account. So for you, we'd rather see you get the lower pricing here. We can help you qualify for that with the lowest price companies, and then keep that $6,000 in your bank account rather than putting that in an insurance company's bank account where you'll never get it back. So you just need to be a smart consumer. And if you're not a smart consumer, that's A-okay. We can help you be one and qualify for the lowest rates. But let's look at some other companies out here. Again, let's see. You'll be able to see all these different insurance companies here. Let's find one here. Oh, here we go. Lincoln Heritage. They're a fine company, I guess, but look at their pricing. Holy cow, like $18 more a month. Level coverage, so that's good. But yeah, it's like $18 more a month. Now, the reason they're more is they've got a deal where when you pass away, they will supposedly call 2 or 3 funeral homes to get the lowest pricing. Maybe do a couple other things, but they don't do that for free. They charge you for that. That's why the premiums are higher. Again, this is 58 versus roughly $40. So that's $18 more a month. So if we do the math on the $18 a month times 12 months, that's going to be right around $216 extra every year. And then if our 59-year-old male makes it to age 69, you have overpaid right around $2,160, just roundabout. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth overpaying an insurance company an extra $2,106 $2,160 after 10 years just to make 2 or 3 phone calls and maybe do a couple other things that may only take an hour or so to do? A lot of people would say, that's a pretty good payday for the insurance company. And we would tend to agree. We actually recommend you keep that money in your own pocket. We recommend you let us help you get these lowest rates right here. And then what we do is we offer a free funeral and estate planning guide, and you can download that off our website for free and then print it out. And then when you're done printing it out, just fill it out. You just write down who gets what goes where, and who gets, what you want done at the end of your life. And then you keep that with your insurance policy. And then when you pass away, your family members will go to the one spot and they'll know that they're not only protected financially, but they're also protected emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide. And all they'll need to do is open that funeral and estate planning guide, start reading, and follow your wishes. And they will know that you not only loved and protected them in life, but you actually loved and protected them in death. That one time when you wouldn't be there, but they would still need you more than ever. And what a wonderful legacy to leave behind, that, they would know that you loved them that much to take care of this for them. So we can help you with that legacy. So go to funeralfunds.com. We've actually got a special quote for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And you can see the best companies, get the lowest rates. It's a really terrific shopping tool. Take advantage of that. You can call us directly at 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you out with that. But if you've got an existing policy and you just want us to price shop to see if we can get you better coverage or lower rates, or you just want to add coverage, we can certainly help you out with that. If you need existing coverage, or if you want brand new coverage, or you just have some questions about existing coverage, or you just have some general information, what might be appropriate for you, we can help you out with that. But we will look forward to that day where we can get you the most amount of insurance for the least amount of money. We will be blessed to help you with that at some point in the future. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.